So let's begin from where we've left off. This was residential plumbing. We had saved that, so we were creating a cell for plumbing, was plumbing, residential plumbing, customer name. Let's pick another customer here, like Jasmine. Probably it was 19,000. Transport 2,000. Chemical materials 3,000. Labor used 5,000. Expense secretion, repair, etc. Repair residential area. So we create that. You can also toggle in between dark mode or very light mode, or you maintain your system mode, but let me not toggle in for dark mode, that is. So as you can see, if you go to our dashboard, things will have changed. You can see it's calculated automatically, the revenue, profits, expense, etc. And you see it's in this current month, this revenue. This is also the profit meant for this month, etc. And also now the data it's here. You can also sell summaries here. So now that we have created sales, a sale might have a quotation. Customer might request a quotation, and a sale could have an invoice. So let's begin with maybe the invoice section. Sorry for that. Invoice section, no invoices. So let's come here to sales, pick one, like the house cleaning. Your customer, or let's pick this term control. Your customer could have requested you for an invoice. How do you generate the invoice? Yes, how you generate the invoice. See, you can generate here. You can also view this here. Let's fix the preview. This is how the preview looks like, and I show you also the expense trends. You can close. Let's create an invoice associated with this cell. We click that. You can see an invoice has been already generated and it's here. So you can either use this, you can view the invoice. For instance, you can see this was our logo, was automatically picked. The invoice has status, it's unpaid, and you can see the customer details is here, automatically pulled. Your company details is here, and this is the invoice. Then if you wanted to append your payment details, it will be done in this, which could be adjusted to meet your company details. So that's it for the invoice section. So an invoice, from this section, from invoices management section, you can preview an invoice, delete an invoice, or directly download an invoice. So let's assume this invoice has been paid, for instance, and maybe probably you had to include VAT. You toggle in here, it will automatically calculate the tax, you can see here, based on your country taxations. So let's assume this invoice has been paid. If I click on save changes and come back to invoices, you can see this also changed. The invoice has been paid. And if you preview now this invoice, you see that it has a status of paid. So in any way you have issues many invoices, there's a better way to manage them from this section. You can also filter. This has also filter area. If you want to disable some columns, you can disable or add some columns, or disable based on your wish. So I'll leave it as default. And then there is also filters. This is the filter. Let me show you how it works. You can filter based on paid invoices or unpaid invoices. So let us create another invoice which is not paid, so that I show you how this filter works. Let's generate an invoice for this sale. And also you can notice that it's validated such that if an invoice has been issued for a sale, it will no longer show that option of invoice or sale. You can see this one, you cannot invoice anymore. The same way, like this. But if you click this, you can see you can invoice the sale. So if you come here, you have two invoices, one is paid, another one is not paid. With the menu, you can toggle this and the preview. You want to filter only unpaid invoices. You see, that has changed. Let's go to quotations management. A quotation could belong to either an existing customer or a new customer. For instance, a customer who is existing might request for a quotation, maybe for a given service. Here you have an option of either choosing a new customer or an existing customer. By default, it's picking an existing customer. You can come here and change, and it will automatically pull the data related to that customer. If it's a new customer, you toggle only here, and everything will have changed. You can create here. Let me show you how it works automatically. So if it's a new customer, you click here. You will have to put the data here, PNN, whatever details it is, etc. But let's assume we are pulling from an existing customer. Let's assume William Brown has requested for a quotation. Get a next. What is quotation about? Item name, probably it means it could be either a service, mosquito control. Let's start with Pest called mosquito control. It's one price. Let's assume price is 7,000. Description be, let me just copy paste residential mosquito control. So here you can add your description. Request. Then you can either have multiple. For example, if that customer wants multiple requests, probably you offer all the services, maybe cleaning, then you're also in the pest control field. You can be, maybe you want to do house cleaning after the fumigation. Clean. It's one unit price, maybe 3,000. You want to clean for that customer. Come be house cleaning. Also here will be house cleaning probably. If you create that quotation has been created. You can easily preview this quotation. Let's go here. You can either download or view quotation. Let's see the quotation. You can see it marked quotation. There's timestamps of the URL address and the customer details. Then it will pull automatically details, mosquito control, etc. Then it will auto-populate the total, etc. Make the payments. You can now either download or issue direct to the customer. Once you download the invoice, it has timestamp of your company address, etc. and also the date. So assuming that you wanted to sell either products, probably you are let's assume we are making it for salary. Salary sells products, probably needs products like anti-washer. Units, they are 5. Unit price is 4,000 maybe. Let me copy paste this for first demonstration. Then you can add other items. You can also, let me first add, I'll show you something I wanted to show you. Let me need something like tomato, insecticide, tomaticide. I do this to cater for all the fields, pest control, cleaning, etc. Unit price is 30,000 maybe. Then let's assume items for plumbing so that we make them all so that it's capable for everybody. Plumbing, we have something what let's say manual repair, etc. Its one unit price is maybe 9,000. This could be manual repair. So in your quotation, this could, it's okay. You can also reorder these items. Look at this. You can check here and reorder these columns. Expand, or even you can clone. Let me show you the ability of the clone. This will clone these items. Let me clone them down here. If I want to clone these, I can clone them that way. You see, it has added another field of the same file. I can also delete this. I can also move or reorder the items. If you want to move it up, you can also collapse. You can also order, move up or down. You can move up or down with this toggle that way, and vice versa. You can also switch back that way. So let's create this. Quotation is automatically created. If you want to add VAT, you also toggle this. It will calculate automatically based on your country VAT value. For let's assume this as VAT. Or first, let's create it without VAT. Then we preview this quotation, which was thoroughly. Let's view this quotation now. You can see it's VAT exclusive here, and it has all the items as we did, and wash and manual repair etc. That is the total. For instance, if we wanted to edit this, if we edit this quotation, if we reorder the items, the customer remains the same. If we order the items, for example, we want this to be below this, let's put it somewhere there, and also make it a VAT inclusive VAT. If we save these changes and we refresh this, check at this, check that, and also check an eye on this, the arrangement of these items. Also check on this and also the total value. If we refresh this, you can see it's VAT inclusive. This has been rearranged. Total has been calculated, total tax and total amount has been calculated also. I think this system solves a lot of complexities in your daily work. The other thing is about for instance, there is also customization which I would want to show you. If we had a customer who has a sale, or we wanted somewhere, instead of going direct to the sale management and creating a sale, you can just create a sale direct from your customer dashboard. Whichever customer it is, once you click the customer, you see an option here down that customer. And if as customer, for example, if we have, let's pick a customer for ourselves, David Wilson. Let's search David Wilson. For instance, if we click David Wilson, we'll also see all the associated sales of David and another customer. We can also add a new sale from this end. It will also be the first area. You can select the section, you can select the type, then amount, 8,000, transport, etc. Let me use fake filler for quick. So if we create that, we come back to sales, you can see it's automatically here. The other thing I would like to showcase you is about reports. Any system should be able to generate reports. Reports could be based on time frames, or periods. You can maybe want a report of today, report of tomorrow, report of last year, report of 10 years ago, etc. How do you generate reports? Let's assume we wanted to generate a sales report for the year for the month between, for instance, let's start last month and let's end the same month on this date. That day. Definitely there will be no data because we have just created the data and it will be populated by the day we have created, which is today. So to show you there are no results, you see, no sales found. But if we come and change, for example, let's take from today or even yesterday. Let's assume we wanted data from yesterday, maybe tomorrow, etc. If we fetch this, okay, should be a date before or earlier than that. If we fetch this yesterday, tomorrow, what's this? Today, tomorrow, let's get tomorrow. You see, we have retrieved our data. This is our data. So we can also export this data. Maybe you are requested to export the data. You see, it will have the company logo, sales report from the period, etc. It will also calculate the total sales and also the total profit. And now there we have your every type of the sale, etc. And your timestamps is a footer. The other thing I would like to show you is this expenses. Expenses works just the same like the sales report. It's an expense report to retrieve the data the same way like the sales report. So let's pick report from maybe yesterday, today. We retrieve the data. We retrieve the data. This is the data, total sales, and you can export expenses data. See expense report. You can be easily to see what you have used throughout that period, how much labor, and you can now see what to optimize on your performance, etc. So the other thing I would like to show you is about here. You can also have the ability to export your data, your sales report. For instance, I had to show you here. If you wanted to retrieve some other fields here, you can toggle in this. You will be seeing the phone number of the customer, etc. The date of the sale when the sale was made, you'll be able to see. There's also, you want, for example, to filter data here, maybe from a given period of time. So let's assume you wanted to pick data from this period, yesterday, today. If you grab the data of today, or let's assume yesterday, there will be no data. You see, no sales. If we pick a day like last year, this year, last year, there will be no data. So this is how it will work. For example, let's pick for today, because we have data for today. We have data for today is there. You can also export this data. Let me show you. And you'll have a timestamp of the day you are exporting that data. So if I'll export it there, it has been downloaded, exported. I can easily open it and preview in Excel. You see, this is the data and the etc. So I think this system is workable for everybody. It's a nice system, I think. So this system must be built with Filament. That's why I left this here for you to probably you want to know how the system was made. It's about Filament, Laravel, Livewire, Tailwind, CSS, etc. So if you like this video, subscribe, share to your neighbors so that they could help them also maybe propel their business operations. Thank you. Keep subscribing.